Welcome back.
Let's go! Ah!
Ed and Eddie back in the house with the silver and blue. Coming at you today with what's going to be a new series is give me 3 awesome favorite plays in Cowboys history. And I say it's a series because there's too many to pick from, and we can come back to it every, once a year, twice a year, something like that. There's just too many. So,
And don't overthink it, everybody. Just your own personal favorite moments. Could be a big time moment, could just be one of those like, oh, we're just like, did we just witness history? I've never seen this before.
right. It doesn't have to be winning a Super Bowl or anything like that.
And I'll give you one to start out with. Some of the young heads can appreciate this one here. My first one was DeMarcus Lawrence's redemption fumble and fumble recovery. It was against the Lions in the 2014 playoff wildcard game. And the reason what made it so special was literally just 3 plays before that, he had a fumble recovery. And if he would have just fell on it like any lineman was taught to, y'all know what I'm talking about, game over. But instead he tried to pick it up, do the Barry Sanders, just punched out of his hand, fumbled. 3 plays later, on a 3-man rush no less, he sacked Matthew Stafford. Not only sacked him, but picked up the fumble, and this time fell down with it. Beautiful, beautiful moment.
I do remember that. That's awesome. Great pick. Let's see. It's an easy one, but I'm going to roll with it anyway. Tony Dorsett's 99-yard run. It was on Monday Night Football at Minnesota. It was awesome because I was at a girlfriend's house just watching, and I'm literally jumping up and down screaming, and her parents made me leave after that. It was worth it. It was just awesome, and he couldn't have done it without Drew Pearson hustling down to make a downfield block for it.
That's awesome.
Great stuff.
Very cool. I like it. Here's another one, and this was a bit of an underrated one. I had a few in mind, but I think it was just kind of one of those hyped up moments because I was like, a star is born for us. It was Miles Austin's 69-yard comeback route for a touchdown to win us against the Chiefs. Yes. So it was like 250-yard game. And the thing is, Miles Austin's been on the roster for a few years now. He's a special teams guy. He's got some speed, kickoff returner, but we've never seen anything like this. Yeah. And, after that game, he didn't become a 2-time Pro Bowler for us. Up until his hamstring's inevitable demise. But,
Yeah.
His hamstrings made a silly putty. But,
Come on, bro.
I nothing but love for him, but say it for what it is.
Yeah. That was awesome. He had 2 long plays. One was in overtime, right?
That was the one I was talking about. Funny enough, you knew how green he was because one of his first big touchdowns, he ran in the end zone and scored, but once he was in the end zone, he dropped it, which is fine, and any NFL player does it. But he was so new and nervous that he's like, oh, I don't want it to be a fumble, so he tried diving on it. And everyone knew it was a touchdown, but it's just like, he was just freaking out. He's never been there.
Yeah. Good one. That's a good one. Number 2 for me would be Alvin Harper's catch in the 92 NFC Championship game. Watching that with my brother and sister, my wife, pregnant at the time at home.
That's me.
And 49ers just scored. All the momentum was on their side. It was at the Candlestick Park, 100 miles away from our house, and all the pressure was on Dallas. And they got 1st and 10 at the 20. Niner fans are going nuts. The defense is screaming at them. You're expecting 3 runs up the middle, trying to run some clock. But instead, Jimmy Big Johnson calls a freaking slant to Harper. And he goes, and he goes, and he goes. Aikman hit him right in stride, like 70 yards downfield, all the way down to like the 10-yard line. That was awesome.
And a fun fact about that play, that slant was actually supposed to go to Michael Irvin, but Michael, knowing that if they needed a big play, was supposed to go to the post instead of the slant, he ran over to the post where Harper was supposed to be. Yeah, he said that in one of his America's Games interview. He's like, awesome. I wanted that big play post, but he didn't know they were checking into a blitz because they thought they were going to run. So what should have been Michael's big-time play, he wanted to get a little greedy, maybe go for that big post, so it ended up being Harper's play.
Awesome.
Fun little fact. My third one, again, this was just kind of one of those intense hype moments. It was 2007, Cowboys against the Bills. It was Nick Folk's back-to-back game-winning 56-yard field goals.
And you say back-to-back because...
I'll tell you. So, that game had been absolutely terrible. I've never seen Romo play so bad. He had 5 interceptions and a fumble. It was too much, but we were such a talented team in 07 where we were battling with these hapless Bills. You know, they had nobody. It got to the point where we had to send the game off into overtime, 56-yard field goal by Folk hero, Nick Folk. He kicks it, makes it right through the uprights. They called a timeout.
Yep. Iced him.
All right, so he's going to miss it then, apparently. You know, just go into overtime. Let's see if we can beat him there. But wait, he made the other one through the uprights. 56-yard field goal.
Yeah,
Let's go.
That was awesome.
We were here
together. Yeah.
We were here. Yeah.
That was great. My third favorite play is George Teague knocking the crap out of Terrell Owens off the star at Texas Stadium. Do not disrespect the star.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you got a couple, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear some of your favorite plays. Again, we're going to come back to this series in a few months, but let us know yours. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button.
Yeah. And Junior heading out. Everybody, take care.